A vital nutrient called iron is crucial for numerous body processes. Low energy levels, shortness of breath, migraines, irritability, dizziness, or anemia can be brought on by an iron-deficient diet. Heme and non-heme types of iron are both present in the diet. Non-heme iron is exclusively present in plants, whereas heme iron is only present in animal products. Consumption of 18 milligrams per day on average serves as the basis for the recommended dietary allowance. However, depending on a person's gender and stage of life, their specific needs change. For instance, the typical daily requirement for iron in men and postmenopausal women is 8 milligrams. For women who are menstrual, this dosage rises to 18 milligrams, and for those who are pregnant, it rises to 27 milligrams. Additionally, the RDA for vegetarians and vegans is 1.8 times higher than for meat eaters, since non-heme iron tends to be less readily absorbed by human bodies than heme iron. Here are 21 plant foods that are high in iron. 1. Soybeans, tofu, tempeh, and natto. Iron is abundant in soybeans and dishes made from them. In reality, soybeans have about 9.9 milligrams, or 55% of the DV of it per cup. Natto, a food made from fermented soybeans, provides 15.1 milligrams, or 84% of the DV, in the same amount. Similar to how soft tofu provides 2.56 milligrams of iron, or 14% of the DV, in 6 ounces. Likewise, 4.48 milligrams, or 25% of the DV, of iron are present in the same amount of tempeh. These soy products are a healthy source of calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and iron. Each serving also has 10 to 34 grams of protein. 2. Legumes. Another item high in iron is lentils, which provide 6.6 milligrams, or 37% of the RDI per cup cooked. Additionally, lentils are a good source of fiber, folate, manganese, complex carbohydrates, and protein. 18 grams of protein and 56% of the daily value DV for fiber are both found in 1 cup of cooked lentils. 3. Additional beans and peas. Iron is also present in good proportions in other varieties of beans. Following closely after soybeans are lima beans, navy beans, chickpeas, and black-eyed peas, which provide 4.2 to 4.7 milligrams of iron per cup cooked, or 23 to 26 of the DV. The highest iron level is found in white beans and red kidney beans, though they give about 5.2 to 6.6 milligrams, or 29 to 37 of the RDI per cup cooked. Beans and peas are great providers of complex carbohydrates, fiber, folate, phosphorus, potassium, manganese, and a number of other plant components, in addition to their high iron content. Numerous studies also relate frequent consumption of beans and peas to lower cholesterol and blood pressure. Although further research is required, these foods might also lower blood sugar levels, according to researchers. To sum up, lentils, beans, and peas are high in iron. Additionally, these legumes are a wonderful source of protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, and healthy plant chemicals that may lower your risk of developing a number of ailments. 2 other plant sources of iron are nuts and seeds. The following kinds should be included in your diet if you want to enhance your daily iron intake, because they have the highest concentrations. 4. Flax seeds, pumpkins, sesame, and hemp. The seeds with the highest iron content are pumpkin, sesame, hemp, and flaxseed, which have 1.73.9 milligrams per ounce, 28.5 grams, or 9 to 22 of the DV. Additionally, goods made from these seeds should be taken into account. For instance, 1.3 milligrams of iron, or 7% of the DV, can be found in 2 tablespoons, 30 grams of tahini, a paste formed from sesame seeds. In a similar vein, a half cup of hummus made from chickpeas and tahini contains about 3.1 milligrams of iron, or 17% of the DV. Plant protein, fiber, calcium, magnesium, zinc, selenium, antioxidants, and other essential plant components are all present in reasonable proportions in seeds. The omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids they contain are also abundant in them. In particular, hemp seeds appear to have these two fats in the proportion thought to be best for human health. 5. Other nuts such as cashews and pine nuts. Non-heme iron is abundant in nuts and nut butter. This is particularly true for nuts like almonds, cashews, pine nuts, and macadamias, which have an iron content of between 0.8 and 1.7 milligrams per ounce, 28.5 grams, or about 4 to 9 of the DV. Like seeds, nuts are a fantastic source of protein, fiber, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals, as well as antioxidants and advantageous plant chemicals. Remember that roasting or blanching nuts may destroy their nutritional value, so choose raw or unblanched kinds instead. In terms of nut butter, it's better to pick a variety that is 100% natural to prevent an excessive amount of added oils, sugars, and salt. To sum up, in addition to a wide range of other vitamins, minerals, fiber, healthy fats, and other plant compounds, nuts and seeds are effective sources of non-heme iron. Every day, include a modest portion of your menu. Vegetables frequently contain more iron per gram than foods like meat and eggs, which are frequently associated with high iron content. Vegetables typically have high vitamin C content, which improves iron absorption despite the non-heme iron they contain, which is less easily absorbed. 1. The foods and products produced from the vegetables listed below contain the most iron per serving. 6. Leafy vegetables. The amount of iron in cooked cups of leafy greens such as spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and beet greens ranges from 1 to 5.7 milligrams, or 6 to 32 of the RDI. Some people may find it challenging to swallow 100 grams of raw, leafy greens due to their bulk. It is recommended to eat them prepared in this situation. Other foods in this group are broccoli and Brussels sprouts, which have 1 to 1.8 milligrams of iron per cooked cup, or around 6 to 10 of the DV. 7. Tomato paste. The iron content in raw tomatoes is extremely low, at only 0.5 milligrams per cup. They do, however, yield a significantly bigger quantity when dried or concentrated. For instance, although 1 cup 245 grams of canned tomato sauce has 2.4 milligrams, or 13% of the DV, of iron, 1/4 cup 66 grams of tomato paste only contains 2 milligrams. Another food high in iron is sun-dried tomatoes, which contain 2.5 milligrams, 14% of the DV per half cup. In addition to being a wonderful source of vitamin C, tomatoes are also a fantastic source of iron. They also contain a lot of lycopene, an antioxidant related to a lower risk of sunburn. 8. Potato. Iron is present in potatoes in good proportions, largely concentrated in the skin. Specifically, a large unpeeled potato weighing 299 grams has 1.9 milligrams of iron, or 11% of the daily value. However, sweet potatoes have a tiny bit more even without their peels, about 2.2 milligrams for the same amount, or 12% of the DV. Another excellent source of fiber is potatoes. Additionally, 1 serving can provide up to 42% of your daily needs for potassium, vitamins B6 and C. 9. Mushrooms. The iron content of some types of mushrooms is exceptionally high. For instance, 2.7 milligrams, or 15% of the DV, can be found in 1 cooked cup 156 grams of white mushrooms, while portobello and shiitake mushrooms have relatively little DV. 1 cup 86 grams of raw oyster mushrooms has 7% of it. 10. Hearts on the palm. A tropical vegetable high in fiber, potassium, manganese, vitamin C, and folate is palm hearts. The fact that palm hearts also contain a substantial quantity of iron, at an astonishing 4.6 milligrams per cup, or 26% of the DV, is a lesser-known fact. This adaptable vegetable can be grilled, stir-fried, added to salads, blended into dips, or even baked with your preferred toppings. To sum up, iron is frequently found in high concentrations in vegetables. Since they typically have a high volume-to-weight ratio, consuming them prepared may make it simpler for you to satisfy your daily requirements. Fruit is not typically the food group that people choose to improve their diet's iron level. However, certain fruits have very high iron content. These are the top iron sources in this group. 11. Juice from prunes. Prunes are well known for their mild diuretic properties, which ease constipation. They are, nevertheless, a good source of iron. In particular, prune juice provides roughly 2.9 milligrams of iron per cup 8 ounces, or 237 ml. That is roughly 16% of the daily valued EV, which is twice the iron in the same amount of prunes. Fiber, potassium, vitamin C, vitamin B6, and manganese are also present in prune juice. 12. Olives. Olives are, in fact, a type of fruit with a high iron concentration. About 6.3 milligrams of iron, or 35% of the DV, may be found in 3.5 ounces 100 grams of black olives. Fresh olives are a fantastic source of fiber, healthy fats, and fat-soluble vitamins A and E. Oleuropein, a healthy plant ingredient found in olives, is also known to provide a number of health advantages, including a reduced risk of heart disease. 13. Mulberries. Fruits with a particularly amazing nutritional content are mulberries. In addition to providing 2.6 milligrams of iron per cup, 14% of the DV, mulberries also provide 57% of the daily value DV for vitamin C. Mulberries are a fantastic source of antioxidants, which may provide a defense against diabetes, heart disease, and some types of cancer. To sum up, the 3 fruits with the highest iron content per serving are prune juice, olives, and mulberries. In addition to other health-promoting elements, these fruits have antioxidants. Numerous health advantages of whole grains have been linked by research. These advantages include a longer life expectancy and a lower risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. But not all grains are equally healthy. For instance, during grain processing, portions of the grain that are rich in iron, fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins are often removed. Because of this, unprocessed grains often have higher iron content than processed grains. The 4 varieties of whole grains with the highest iron content per serving are listed below. 14. Amaranth. Amaranth is an ancient grain that doesn't contain gluten and doesn't originate from grass like other grains. It is therefore technically regarded as a pseudo-cereal. Around 5.2 milligrams of iron, or 29% of the DV, are present in 1 cup of cooked amaranth. Amaranth is an interesting plant protein that is one of the few complete sources. It also has a good quantity of fiber, complex carbohydrates, manganese, phosphorus, and magnesium. 15. Spelt. Another ancient grain high in iron is spelt. Per cup cooked, or 194 grams, it has about 3.2 milligrams of iron, or 18% of the DV. Additionally, each cup of cooked spelt has about 10 grams of protein. Other nutrients found in spelt include complex carbohydrates, fiber, magnesium, zinc, selenium, and B vitamins. It may also have a somewhat higher protein and mineral content than grains that are more common. 16. Oats. Iron can be added to your diet in a nice and simple way with oats. A cup 234 grams of cooked oats includes a healthy amount of plant protein, fiber, magnesium, zinc, folate, and about 1.2 milligrams of iron, or 12% of the DV. Additionally, oats include beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that may support gut health and lower cholesterol and blood sugar levels. 17. Quinoa. Quinoa is a gluten-free pseudo-cereal similar to amaranth that is loaded with full protein, fiber, complex carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals. Per cooked cup 185 grams, it provides about 2.8 milligrams of iron, or 16% of the DV. Additionally, studies have linked the high antioxidant content of quinoa to a number of health advantages, including enhanced glucose tolerance in those with type 2 diabetes. Additionally, these metabolic benefits may reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease. To sum up, in general, whole grains have a higher iron content than refined grains. Although the aforementioned cultivars are particularly high in iron, they also contain a number of other nutrients and healthy plant components. Some foods contain significant quantities of iron despite not falling into one of the aforementioned food groups. You can reach your advised daily iron intakes by including them in your diet. 18. Coconut milk. When cooking, canned coconut milk can provide richness and taste. It has a good amount of magnesium, copper, and manganese, despite having a very high fat content. Additionally, canned coconut milk has a healthy quantity of iron in it, specifically 7.5 milligrams or 42% of the DV per cup, 226 grams. Keep in mind that canned coconut milk and ready-to-drink coconut milk are two different things. The former is a thicker canned product typically used in cooked foods, whereas the latter is a thicker canned product that comes in a carton and is intended to be consumed as is. Iron is often very low in coconut milks, which are frequently seen in the refrigerator of supermarkets along with other dairy substitutes. 19. Dark chocolate. Compared to milk chocolate, dark chocolate has much more nutrition. It also has a healthy quantity of fiber, magnesium, copper, and manganese. 1 ounce, 28.4 grams of it has 3.4 milligrams of iron, which is around 19% of the DV. In addition, dark chocolate is a rich source of antioxidants, a class of advantageous plant substances that aid in disease prevention. 20. Blackstrap molasses. Number. A sweetener that is frequently promoted as being healthier than table sugar is blackstrap molasses. It has about 1.9 milligrams of iron per 2 tablespoons, or about 11% of the DV in terms of iron. Additionally, this amount helps you meet between 12 and 26% of the daily requirements for copper, selenium, potassium, vitamin B6, magnesium, and manganese. Blackstrap molasses still has a high sugar level despite having a higher nutritious content, thus it should be used sparingly. 21. Dried thyme. One of the most used culinary herbs is dried thyme. Research has connected thyme extracts and oils to health advantages ranging from preventing bacterial infections and bronchitis to elevating your mood. Many people view this plant as a nutritional powerhouse. Thyme also has one of the highest iron contents of all herbs, with 1.2 milligrams of iron per dried teaspoon 1 gram, or about 7% of the DV. It might be a good idea to sprinkle some on each meal if you want to improve your intake of iron. To sum up, despite being less well known, excellent sources of iron include dried thyme, coconut milk, dark chocolate, blackstrap molasses, and dark chocolate. Heme iron, which is present in meat and other animal products, is typically easier for humans to absorb than non-heme iron, which is present in plants. As a result, vegetarians and vegans have an RDA for iron that is 1.8 times greater than that of meat eaters. This equates to roughly 14 milligrams for men and postmenopausal women, 32 milligrams for women who are menstruation, and 49 milligrams for pregnant women every day. To boost the body's capacity to absorb non-heme iron, a number of techniques can be used. The best techniques are listed below. Consume foods high in vitamin C. Combining vitamin C-rich foods with foods high in non-heme iron can improve iron absorption by up to 300%. Steer clear of coffee and tea with meals. These beverages can inhibit the absorption of iron. Soak, sprout, and ferment. By reducing the quantity of phytates that are naturally present in grains and legumes, soaking, sprouting, and fermenting can enhance iron absorption. Use cast iron cookware. Foods cooked in cast iron pots and pans may contain more iron than foods cooked in non-ferrous cookware. Eat lysine-rich foods. Eating lysine-rich plant foods, such as legumes and quinoa, along with meals high in iron may improve iron absorption. To sum up, non-heme iron, which is present in plant foods, is less readily absorbed by the body. Its absorption can be increased by using the strategies described above. A necessary nutrient for the human body is iron. Numerous plant-based diets, as well as a wide variety of other foods, contain this mineral. The plant meals discussed in this article happen to contain a number of other minerals and advantageous plant chemicals, in addition to being a rich source of iron. As a result, including them in your diet will not only help you fulfill your iron needs, but also probably be good for your general health.